Okay, I want you to today to take and extend a little bit of what you've been doing, which is drawing straight chain carbons, and we're going to build then line drawings. So line drawings are nothing more than taking what you've been drawing as Lewis structures. I'm going to clean this up a little bit because I just goofed it up. And we're going to draw them as lines. Now, in a line structure, no CH bonds are shown. So let's take this example as number one, and we're going to build one to begin with. First of all, you have to count and figure out what's the parent chain. That's usually the easiest thing to do. And so you can start from the left and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just across that straight one. Okay, if I put it in red, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can go to 5 if you went straight. But if I went down, I'd even get longer, wouldn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4 to that branch, and then we can go downwards and over. 5, 6. That's 6 carbons long. It'd only be 5 carbons if I took that one I didn't draw in. So let's draw a 6 carbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my parent chain. We call it the longest chain without backtracking the parent chain. All right, now we still have to draw that other carbon there. Now, what carbon does it? What bend or what circle? Here's a carbon. I'm going to draw little dots on here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so those are each carbons. If I start carving from the bottom here, I can go back. It'll be the 3rd carbon in where that methyl group is. If I come from the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, it'd be 4 methyl group. If I come from the right, it's just a 3 methyl group. So that carbon's on the 3rd one. So if I go 1, 2, 3, and I draw this line here, that's one way to draw that. Okay. So I don't show any of the H's. None of those get drawn, but I do show this one extra group sitting there. That's one way to draw it. Now, naming. Let's go to this guy. Under 2. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I got 6 carbons. That's usually called hexane, right? Draw that in. And if you want to say there's something on here, there's a chlorine group. Usually side chains we named as chloro, right? For elements that are from that part of the periodic table, the chlorine, bromine, iodine. And now we just have to tell what carbon is it on. And if I start from the right, I'm going to get a 2. If I start from the left, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 is what I want to put in there because we're always trying to get the smallest set of numbers to whatever you're describing. Cool? Now this next one's interesting because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons, which is still a hex, right? A little better. And I've got a double bond, so now it's going to be a hexene. And it does have a double bond, so you can always give it the lowest number possible. And so you're going to want to start like calling this one the number 1 carbon, number 2, because you can start wherever you want. And the best way to get that double bond numbered in there is to give it a number. So it's going to be 1 hexene. Now that's different than that one above it, which is also a hexane. But we want to call this, what it goes around a circle, we usually give the term cyclo. Okay. And 1 cyclohexene. Now, cyclo doesn't need to be numbered because it's just describing that 6 carbon chain in a ring. The ene group is the first thing that shows up, and the number 1 that's there is telling you where in that group is that ene group. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to lower this. And the last thing we're going to do, so there's 2 examples of writing the name from the stick drawings. Let's look at this last formula. First of all, if you're going to give the formula for this, you're going to know what are the carbons. Well, every end and every band is a carbon, so that's got how many carbons? 4 of them, right? Now, each carbon likes to have 4 sticks, and what you can do is you can start counting here. That's only 1 stick coming off, so there's 3 carbons here. I'll put them down below. 3 carbons, 2 carbons there, hydrogen, and then 3 hydrogens, right? Because there's sticks that are missing. So add those up, 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. That's going to be H, 9, and then of course you got 1 iodine. So that's how you get your formulas, okay? So you should be able to do those on the rest of the sheets. Give her a shot.